Yo, welcome back to the stream. Um, I got some work to do tonight. I'm gonna lock in. I just wanted to open up the office and let you guys kind of get eyes on what's going on in here. Um, I just got to do some stuff in InDesign, cleaning up some client-related stuff, doing some event branding for an event that's happening later in the year. Um, yeah, so I'm probably not gonna talk a lot at all, if at all. Just listen to some tunes, go ahead, lock in. If you need some background music or to feel like somebody else is in the room with you while you getting your work too, that's what I'm here for. Uh, Eventually, I think I'm gonna, pay attention to the chat as things continue to grow and stuff like that. Maybe bring some people on, work alongside, just kind of like make this like a creative safe space. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. We got. So first, what we gotta pay attention to here? Client feedback. Alright, I'll get to that in a minute. Alright, we need what? Okay, there we go. We need to logo we did. I'll export that in a bit. Let's work backwards. Responsive image. Networking. Nix all art, but tan and bars. Alright, bet. Pretty girl, sunshine, everywhere. Alright, all of this is gonna go. You gotta go on here. Good drink, so what's up? Black and gold bottom like you from New Orleans. What? Mia, but the probably say Fila. Oliva. I need you. Before tomorrow's amnesia. In the air, perfume everywhere. So you asking about that foundation on the skyline. Pretty girls ride. I reside in. Amazing. Alright. Okay. So this is a vertical. Far across the top at Corporate Council Classic and the date. And then ACC Foundation logo needs sizing up. Like arena swish with a tomorrow's amnesia. House ads I'm not really worried about. Comps. Alright, this one we're just swapping out these icons. Come on, Illustrator. Let's try that. Yeah. Man.
Got a plug out in France, that's what I'm sipping. And you ain't about to play with my name.
go.
I know they don't like me, niggas say I think I'm arrogant. I can't bring my Philly niggas with me, they like terrorists. Pop out, I got 20 bitches with me and I'm sharing them. That is not my lady, hold my baby, she my surrogate. Gave her 20 racks, she like Perry. Pussy crack, super wet like a Aquarius. I asked her what's her sign and she said Mika Sagittarius. I told you 20 times this pussy making you delirious. I'm serious, they cannot figure where he is. They cannot figure how I built this shit up like the pyramids. I figure for a model bitch, for experience. Was in the SEO, that bitch be growling fast and furious. I got everything for real, these niggas know how I came for real. Fuck me once, she came for real. Fuck me twice, I came Chanel. I do not like rap you with these rappers, they be playing for real. And I do not be playing for real. I came with niggas that came to kill on gang.
It's the biggest. It's the biggest. It's the biggest. Fisher Island, I dropped the top, I got two bitches smiling. Get a pilot, I'm taking off, I'm talking different mileage.
Right.
Mozambique, hit up my dog, we digging for some diamonds. Me and me, got all in on tellers who look the brightest. Bitches fly from Quebec, just to give me they neck. I just play with finesse, then I tell them what's next. I'm as rich as they come, I'ma get me some checks. I can live on the run, I got grips on the west. I'm the best where I'm from, cause I did it the best. All the bodies that we done know that come with respect. Get a dog check, get a dog check. I put some money on you niggas, pray to God, yes. In the Mecca, I'm David Beckham, better say election. All the living, I'm going extra, making sure it's epic. Goldman Sachs, I never ask, but you gon' respect it. Rohan Marley, I'm smoking Garley, petting on my leopard. I don't fuck with you tubers, still do cocaine maneuvers. All you could've been records, Drewski know who the ruthless. I get praised like a Buddhist, long as Yayo keep moving. Brick a lab in my two-seater, looking like it's a movie.
You look like a piece of hallelujah, wrapped up in
Have mercy, Lord.
I know that I've got a nice whip, but I hope that me and you could be on one accord.
There we go.
I shot, I scored. I took it off the board, headboard. Boom, nigga.
There we go.
She fell in love with the sword. I sliced, I diced, I hit it from the bag. Pour. But I respect your feelings when your toes try to touch the ceiling. Having safe sex, of course. Unlock the door, bought all the things that you could dream of. Yeah, that Prada, Chanel, Gucci, Gucci dream of. But we all know the outcome of fuck up the income and then some. Have mercy, Lord. A nigga eyes on dim sum. Let the light dim some. Catch me on your TV. Heartbroke TD. You look like a piece of hallelujah, wrapped up in have mercy, Lord. I know that I've got a nice whip, but I
There we go. Finally. Good Lord.
could be on one accord. What make a real breath taker, real rum
All right,
shaker?
cool.
Do that with what her mama gave her. 911, let me call my savior. Jesus on the main line, brand new t-shirt. Don't make me stain mine. Drank so much, she throwing up my gang sign. Throwing up my gang sign. hate to believe it, but they can't help it. They know he's great. Right. Why would, listen, shit Kanye say is basically affirmations what people say for success. And it sounds insane, because that's what motherfuckers do, but he sounds insane. And that sounds of a leader. No doubt he got some mental fucking issues. Most leaders do. The delusional issue. I'm a god. Hey, yo, is that Mexican OT? Hey, where he is? Point him out. Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, take him to the south. Hey, where he is? Point him out. Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, show him what the fuck we talking about. I'm striking men like striking lightning. You see what happened in my last fight, friend? Well, I hyped in. Better tighten up, we tighten. Spoke my grill up, cause I popped the X all night, it had me biting. Caught his ass stealing, so I had to take his right hand. Cut be looking like a pump jack, bitch, I am a oiler. Damn, how many times I got
Alright, boom.
what to learn. Then I ain't no fucking jump, you drop the T, then drop remote. Better watch your mouth, cause I got soap, I got diamonds, tacos, and coke. Inside of my walk, I drop and headed like my torque. I elbow swing, you watch him pork, I smoke his edge like some mortar. Leave him flat just like a torta, I swim with killers like a orca. It don't matter where it is, it don't matter where I'm at, because to me, no man important. Hey, where he is? Point him out. Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, take him to the south. Hey, where he is? Point him out. Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, show him what the fuck we talking about. Bitch. I don't even like no lane. Keep my name about your mix. Oh, I don't like diamonds no more. On the thing chain to watch my wrist. Rap, I would pop my shit, nigga. I was so turned with them motherfucking bags. Mama thought I had the bricks, nigga. Nigga, I'm a ghetto bitch off at a job and borrow her whip, nigga. I'm in this bitch with a baby. AR playing sweet, acting like I'm a bitch, nigga. I tell her mama to bend it over like a dog. I'm trying to come hit with her. You know these bitches are driving Honda through the wall to fuck with a rich, nigga. I'm from the south, greet a woman with a smile when I take a pic with her. She can relax. OT won't see him in the trunk. Shit, I wouldn't even leave him in that. And one of these niggas play when I walk in this bitch. I probably leave with a hat, nigga, and a reason to laugh. Hey, where he is? Point him out. Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, take him to the south. Hey, where he is? Point him out. Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, show him what the fuck we talking about. Hey, where he is? Point him out. Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, take him to the south. Hey, where he is? Point him out. Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, show him what the fuck we talking about.
Toby, just do it!
Hey, yo, is that Mexican OT? That good dog got me looking just like Johnny Dang. Louis Vuitton umbrella when I walk through the rain in the kitchen whipping chicken kind of bread like kinks. Good dog got a Mexican looking like Johnny Dang. Eat deep muddy water stick, carry my cane. Right pocket got money, left pocket cocaine. Bulletproof white Cadillac riding in the tank. I'm a dirty bad baby from dirty bag with a dirty case. Slide down your block, light it up with flames. Chopping on the block, while the leg doing jumper jacks. Smoking on the wood, yellow timber like it's lumberjack. Suppressor on the Mac 10, sounding like it's bubble wrap. TV in the shower, I'ma give his ass a bubble bath. Diamonds and choppers, little bitch, I got a whole
lot of that.
Still, I'ma kill ya, I got him talking. Got me feeling like a baby that's fiending, so with my bottle let I'm just rhyming words.
I don't even know how that.
How did they see me baby leader? I'm flossed up, got crossed up, dick in the dirt, and I'm lost up. I'll be catching these plays, fuck around and get moused up. I'll be eating the booty, let's how to get it tossed up. Hot trunk, don't know how to ride
No way, goodbye.
Low star sipping lean with peak on. I don't play by respect for that, we gon' die. Time and money, so baby believe I'ma be on time. Umbrella when I walk through the rain in the kitchen whipping chicken kind of bread like kind. Good dog got a Mexican looking like Johnny Dang. Deep muddy water stick, carry my cane. Pocket got money, left pocket cocaine. Bulletproof white Cadillac riding in the tank. I'm a dirty bad baby from dirty bag with a dirty case. Slide down your block, light it up with flames.
Legs smoked out, long foes poked out, keep peas in the drought, get it money down south. Feeling like Johnny Dang, got diamonds in my chain, hit your bitch in the guts with this big old thing. I got ice on my neck like it's swollen. They cold in the bitch, yeah, these diamonds look frozen. Real players get chose, so you know that I be chosen. Got exotic in my pocket, grab a slap with it and I roll it. I stay out the way, don't be
all in the mix.
Call me for sevens, don't call me for six. I ain't selling no grands, bitch, come buy a zip. See the streets getting dry, finna go and take a trip, let's do it. Hey, hold up, wait a minute, if I get it, then I spend it. When I'm in it, can't pretend to keep it tinted with my business. I'm relentless, see no witness. I got 2 rent houses and the bitches getting rented. Bitch, I've been a boss for a minute.
Umbrella when I walk through the rain in the kitchen whipping chicken kind of bread like kind. Good dog got a Mexican looking like Johnny Dang. Eat deep muddy water stick, carry my cane. Right pocket got money, left pocket cocaine. Bulletproof white Cadillac riding in the tank. I'm a dirty with a dirty case, slide down your block, light it up. I got ice all over my body, looking like a snowman. Big rocks in the grill, dancing like a slow jam. My chain so heavy, I'm walking like an old man. Try me, you gon' get tagged like a spray paint can. Smoking something from Spokane, I'm getting those. It's getting cold, put on the coat, my ice froze. Riding foes, I'm poking out on nice toes. Drive slow, my trunk up and the lights glow. When I'm sitting so low to the ground, I might scrape it. Nothing fake, candy to paint, I might flake it. Riding down 288 in the top bacon. Thinking you gon' run up on me, then you mistaken. Getting baked, breaking them off and leaving stains. I came through dripping a puddle, you thought it rained. Everything flawless from the grills to the chain. I just spent a lot of chains, now I'm looking like Johnny. Got tongue on umbrella when I walk through the rain. In the kitchen whipping chicken, kind of bread like kind. Good dog, got a Mexican looking like Johnny. Dying deep muddy water stick, carry my cane. Got money, lip pocket, cocaine. Bulletproof white Cadillac, riding in the tank. I'm a dirty baby from dirty baby with a dirty case. Slide down your block, light it up with a flame.
Go ahead, package this. I need to.
Hey, these diamonds, they shining. Came from Johnny. It ain't never been too hard to find me. All this ice got me changing my climate. Bought this Cardi to switch on my time. And these niggas is bitches, that's just a reminder. Stay away from the snakes cause they slimy. Stay away from the faces, they grimy. Not teaching no lessons, I'm just being honest. It's heard the block, the label, the set. Roll the dice on me, place your bet. Name a nigga that's harder than me that you met. Get your body hit out in the valley like red. I've been ballin' so hard, I done worked up a sweat. Vicky Valancourt, water my neck. I'm a dog off the leash, I ain't nobody pet. Soldier boy, all these stacks on deck, pour a 4 in the soda that came from exotic. I really been feeling too modest. Bitch, I'm the hottest. Wasn't enough throwing ones before you whip came and got me. The show still rocking, the label can't drop me. I get sloppy topics from bitches who top it. They bonding, really the one who they watch. I ran up this shit like rock. Left out the streets, could've went vegan, cause these niggas really ain't having no beef. Spent the house on my teeth, baby Ray sauce. Man, all of these niggas are sweet. Johnny, I stand my piece. Teach a piano, hey, I really been playing with keys. Young man on my feet, cut off the leeches. Now these niggas really ain't shit without me. Hey, these diamonds, they shining. Came from Johnny. It ain't never been too hard to find me. All this ice got me changing my climate. Bought this Cardi to switch on my time. And these niggas is bitches, that's just a reminder. Stay away from the snakes cause they slimy. Stay away from the faces, they grimy. Not teaching no lessons, I'm just being honest.
Okay, let me come pop it. Went to the top and I shot the Masaki. Counting me out, but I do it for Rocky. I took your bitch on the jet to the tropics. Post on the block with the work, come and shop it. The flame make it rain, make the bitch come and mop it. That nigga snitch for his pick, hit the docket. Risk out a lisp and spitting out awkward. Dig up his grave if you reap for my chain. I ain't never been named, let that chopper go bang. Did the drilling, we pop his head off like champagne. Green and white forges, this shit Notre Dame. Double our color, then brick of cocaine. Mental illness, the cool got no brain. No filter, bitch, I'm trying to fuck on your frame. Made the bitch sit on the dog, how she trained. Put her in Prada, she told me she proud of me. I'ma shit on the ones that had doubted me. I won't let a broke boy get no clout on me. I'ma let a hoe boy get this 30 piece. Niggas try to call, but they can't get no reach. I'm in Malibu, Noble up on the beach. White diamonds, albino up in my teeth. Feel like Pac, I've been praying for my enemies.
Diamonds, they shining. Came from Johnny. It ain't never been too hard to find me. All this ice got me changing my climate. Bought this Cardi to switch on my time. And these niggas is bitches, that's just a reminder. Stay away from the snakes cause they slimy. Stay away from the faces, they grimy. Not teaching no lessons, I'm just being honest.
PowerPoint I'm working on. Process. Whatever assets. Season assets.
Wanna see you with it? Show can treat you right. Give me just a minute of your time tonight. We both are here to have big fun, so let it rip.
Hey, bitches know that I'm peeing, I'm thugging, I'm still in the street. If he run up our house, the lick, clean the block and repeat. It get hot, throw that bitch in the creek, hit the spot, it's 100 a piece. I went flawless, my teeth diamond, boy, this shit wet as a sand. That boy dumb to the bitch, if he reach, I'ma go to the D. Let's be real, Stevie Wonder conceited, I'm having this shit and I'm flipped. Labels call every week, I can't sign, I got cases to beat. Plus I touch 80K every week, ain't gon' lie, this shit sweet. Let it whip if he step on my feet, on my
son, you should slide every week. Ever shot out a G with no dose so them niggas can see who it was just to see if they street. Don't get put on the T on the net trying to act like you gangster. I got enough bread for the feed. Bitch, you know I'm a G, I got killers come straight out the east. They pull up on a horse with a ski. Bitch, I'm fucking for free. Don't you dare say the pussy a feet, cause you bound to get left in the street. I make 10 off the feet and I ain't touched the bow in some weeks, but I know we're OG for the G. Cross the line, but I tweet, gotta know I ain't going for nothing. You think that I'm cap, come and see. Hey, let it whip in the pot in my spot. Out that powder was locked. Once the beats had to take, it was I think I'm capping, I'm not, boy, you better go. Son, it was me and D-Rock. From the knob to the block, but that shit just a step in the hop. Look, can't be getting scats out the line. This shit out off the rock, now I'm rolling. My bitch, she controller. She like to keep one in my Glock. Let it whip if he run in my spot. Let it whip if he think that he hot, just showing me not. Let it whip when I'm spinning the block. Whip again if we ain't get him got. When we catch me, pop out the whip since he say that I fly. Bought another, the shit on now. Now let's talk about the watch. And the chain of shit. All of these rights, have to say I done turned up a notch. Hey.
Just come outside for the night. Take your time, get your life. Drive it down. The career's more at stake when you in your prime. Fuck that paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a peace of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. But I'm sipping that kombucha, either pink or brown. I'm the one that introduced you to the you right now. Oh my God, that be fake. Well, alright. In the night, come alive. Ain't it sweet?
Just go ahead and flip this real quick. Oof. Yeah, I gotta get this stream deck set up. Alright, let me slide this over here. So I definitely gotta get this stream deck set up for OBS so I can flip these scenes without having to mess around with this. Boom. Alright, cool. So that's how it's gonna work. Let me go ahead and pour a little something up in the glass, because we don't do office hours at night without pouring up something. This is Heavy Weaponry and IPA, hazy IPA, New England IPA from Little Cottage Brewery, which is in Decatur, here in Atlanta. I've had it, but this is my last can, and it's getting a little late for it to just be hanging out in the fridge. So with New England IPAs, if you're not familiar, they need to be not necessarily drank fresh as in after a week. They're no good anymore, but hops and stuff degrade over time. I would say after, depending on how well it's brewed and what it is that they've done, I would say after maybe 2 months, you need to be drinking. Artwork is crazy on this joint though. So Little Cottage is really dope. I think they're more known for some of the darker stuff that they do. Um, but I've gone quite a few times and was always like, no, I could drink another one of those. There wasn't anything. Uh, Camera eats first. Dirty Glass Mafia in the building. I just had some juice in this joint, so it's not as beer clean as it should be. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and knock this joint out real quick. So yeah, again, that's Little Cottage Brewery out of Decatur. Heavy Weaponry IPA. It's 7.5%. Alright, here we go. The art is by Matt Lunig. His site is scrapeknee.com. I might have to check him out. Because he did a few cans of theirs, like all out of one release. I don't know if that makes him their resident artist, but if so, dope, and congrats to him. Let's see. Yeah, it's still drinking good. The hops are muted, but not like completely gone. And it doesn't taste old. So I say taste old when it comes to like IPAs and stuff like that. The malt, like the sweetness and breadiness of the beer starts to creep forward. Um, but old is when some of that sweetness dies down too, and it just tastes like real crackery, like stale crackery. Um, some other stuff, but it's the basics. We're not gonna get into a beer class tonight, not at all. But cheers, and again, welcome to Office Hours. Let's get back to biz, bro.
Wearing every chain on my neck. We in the house. I can't get no rest. I ride around with a tech. Stashing all the pills in my desk. Wearing every chain on my neck. Whoa, wait. It's summertime, why they tryna throw shade? All these wins, I can never go stay. UFC, I'm tapping to my old ways. I'm adjusting shit like I'm always. Showed your love, ain't show it back, ain't okay. Like the girl that she go both ways. Up the rodeo, I dodged the bull like Olay. Hopped in the Bronco, skirt off like OJ. Flew with that sound, nigga got that Coldplay. Making meals, made it to a hobby. Bring that to the crib, keep that in the lobby. Never seen a city unless you lay that high. Also loaded off the pill, so don't ever try. So if you see me solo dolo, you know what that means.
Say to get way back, with the range and way back, way back. I ain't getting no rest.
We in the house. I fall asleep with a tech. If I take a sip, take the rest. Wearing every chain on my neck. We in the house. I can't get no rest. Come on. I ride around with a tech. Stashing all the pills
On my desk.
Wearing every chain on my neck.
We in the house. Look, boy, won't you see me on that TV? Look, boy, Ooh, what happened with that? Okay. On the TV, look what? TV, look what? Believe in, look what? Look what? It'd be unlawful. On the brothel.
Share pics from the camera, but they'll be quick to turn that to a scandal. I'm down in the meadows, sliding down the waterfall creek to the ghetto. Need my Rio de Janeiro, and I'm swimming out that bitch like I felt with the medals. So
Is it me?
I just built a castle deep in them trees. That's how I get them backwards free. This right here is some savagery. Bend it back for me.
Way back from me. Way back from me.
Way back for me. Way back for me.
Okay, yeah. I need this and this. You already know though. Photo. Man. Show me what that mouth do. Ooh.
I hear him talking hella reckless. I won't even stress. Just kill him softly with my press. Won't even address. They say
Alright, well, that's how it's gonna be.
hey, don't you see me out here shining, bitch? I'm barely flexing. I hear him talking hella reckless. I won't even stress. Just kill him softly with my press. Won't even address. They say it lonely at the top. This the best shit ever. And even if we die today, this shit gon' live forever.
Yeah, we're not gonna do this way.
Daddy fat say with 3 X's. Fuck niggas hit the X's. No X's on my chest, but all these diamonds got me blessed. Usually I don't do this. Dumb it down, go stupid. Since 17 been counting M's, my bank accounts on goofy. They said Cosby gave them roofies. Now who know what the truth is? Chicago full of shooters. My garage is full of hoopers. Got that southern drawl and all that. My pre-rolls look like ball bags. The South got something to say and all y'all niggas can't get your ball back. If I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call sex? Daddy fat and a jaw never fall back. Like clocks in the wintertime, we stay eating like it's dinner time. Been feasting and cheaping and blowing big, but it ain't no reefer rhyme. We don't know the meaning of drought, cause we keep it so wet, why sweat now, it's been a while. Just speaking in general, boy, there is no formidable opponent or air nigga that won't it. Pure uncut, never step on it. Line for line, dope when you want it. Mind the kind of give a nigga hope when they down and
in the you already know though. Hold on. Come through playlist. The streets on fire. Outlaw. Outlaw. On me.
Niggas love to count yours, hoping that your people fall, wishing death upon me, but I'm here forevermore. I just get debated on, I just get my greatest on. Saint Laurent on speed dial, I just put the latest on. Bring it on, bring it on. You want war, then bring it on. Set this bitch on fire, nigga. We can have a sing along.
I'm a rider. The streets on fire. There's a gas and a lighter. Well of a time. You need to know that I'm a rider. Gonna set the streets on fire. And a lighter. Well of a time. King in the front door. Big screen by the front door. Filled up with fur coats. To even jump rope. Yeah, my fire and desire and I'm higher than my pride. The pride of my choir, I'm a liar. Everybody. Screaming rider. Gonna set the streets on fire. Need is a gas and a lighter. A time. You need to know that I'm a rider. The streets on fire. Need is a gas and a lighter. A time. Violet. Yellow tip. Oh. Yeah, hey. East Coast. Lift your chest expos. Know that I'm alright. Gonna set the streets on fire. Need is a gas and a light. A time. You need to know that I'm a rider. On fire. Need is a gas and a lighter. And smoke. Out of here. You need to know that I'm a rider. Gonna set the streets on fire. Need is the gas and the lighter. The time. Bang. Easy peasy. Let's go ahead and lock this in.
I got big rocks jumping at my brand new Patek watch. Ice, ice, baby, I got a whole lot. Nigga, you's a nobody. You ain't got nobody. See niggas, they know about it.
That key lock, bro.
So fresh and so clean.
trigger, let it sing. Then go smoke a Russian cream. I got money blue and green, drop them racks on double G's. Yeah, I'm a Gucci fiend, feel like Tarzan all these trees. I get so high I can't breathe, like LeBron, bitch, I'm a king, but I never leave my heat. Yeah, what the fuck you mean? Hopping in here to exhaust. Hit the gate, why me get lost? Tell that bitch keep on the draws. Yeah, cause you know I want them draws. Yeah, no you can't taste it, can't call. No,
Yeah.
I got a bitch at the house. Yeah, get a hoe straight to my dog. Yeah, dunk a hoe like basketball. You know I'm all about my figures. Young nigga get in them digits. Young niggas going gorilla. I heard you be talking that pillar. Boy, you know you not no killer. My chopper eat niggas for dinner. My diamonds it make you shiver. This codeine is eating my liver. I drink mud. Yeah, pouring just because. On my rose I spent the dub. Yeah, shining like a bug. Buy this shit, don't give a fuck. Yeah, this hustling in my blood. My heart cold can't show no love. Yeah, my grandma raised a thug. Yeah, I bought them racks out. Everything got cashed out. Left a lot I smashed out. Come get your boats and cash out. Get high till I pass out. From the back she pass out. Pull a track she tap out. Big lock make her spaz out. Step up on the scene, diamond bling these hoes scream. Check a boy Louis V. I'm so fresh and so clean. Stuff them bands in my jeans, slap them 30s in them things. Pull the trigger, let it sing. Then go smoke a Russian cream.
Yeah. Supposed to be over me, like me, Professor Ogilvy.
So unique, I grow the weed, like the shit, whole city like my shit,
Love
love my
it.
shit, do it how it does it when I
Does
do
it.
shit. 2-9 gang nut in the
Love
buddy
the
shit.
shit.
Said the track make money just to run the check. Said who are you nigga? You a new nigga? No.
We are.
Not press and take a few figures if you wanna move with us, and I must admit that
I'm highly blessed.
I was that little nigga just sitting behind the bleachers, rolling reefer, dodging teacher, trying to find my strength. Now I'm drunk on the blunts in the middle of the street, like fuck, trying to find my bank. For all the people that stay behind me, thanks. For all the niggas that didn't mind me, bank. All that you get is one from that clip. I'm running my ship. I'm
Running this shit.
Ain't no instructions come with this shit. Just picked up the game and run with this shit. I ran with this shit. I'm
Caitlyn Jenner, the man in this bitch.
Y'all have no clue what the damages is. Brain so fried like a pan is in it. Too damn high to land, I am lit. Kicks cost a grand, no canyon, amen. Take your L's, man, you can't win. I just smoke my L's and praise, I ain't them. Take 5 fans and then I make 10. I'm on my wave, I pray you can't swim. Nigga, that you heard about. That
Word of mouth.
with that
East Coast.
But straight out
That dirty South.
I say fuck the competition and opposition. I remember when I didn't have a competition. Now I'm popping pot a nigga with a promise vision. East side and you know I'm still on the pimpin'. Purchase that Pat Pinoli. One time for all my soldiers. Don't say I hadn't told you. Can't be around if I do not know them. And I'm still in this bitch, still in this bitch.
Yeah.
Still in this shit, still killing shit, yeah. Still can't keep still. Gotta itch, still gotta get rich.
Still need him there. Dang. Two 9 Retro Sushi, Chase, Curtis Williams, Key, bro. I don't know, man. That was a whole era for me, bro.
Flames, hot as a torture, suckers lame, straight out the porcher. You can't approach her, neighborhood vulture. If you don't know the way of a vulture, coming round when something is dead. Wolves out here want somebody scared. Don't be led by fear, my dear. Mobbing that mobbing get here, my dear. Rocks that are all clear in my ear. In the hood they gon' kill and rob stay clear. Legal money deals what I stay near. If your money go wrong, then that's on you. People in the hood ain't got no clue. Like a detective, unexpected. What he sowing is what you reaping, fool. That's what you reaping.
Alright, that's done. Let's check teamwork. Clean that up. No feedback on that. Okay, so that's what we want to do for that one.
somebody scared. Wolves out here want 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 somebody scared. Coming round when something is dead. Wolves out here want somebody scared. Somebody scared. Somebody scared. Somebody scared.
Vibe is right. So you already know what it is.
I'm glad Project Pat is getting his flowers.
Let's get high. Let's get
Juicy J deserves his flowers too,
won't make it home. Take
and I
another
stand
hit.
on that.
Now I'm in my zone. I can't remember shit. These drugs got me gone. I come up with a hit and put it on wax. My homie high as shit, I put him on wax. It's going down like candle wax. Homie, I get on that wax and I ain't coming back.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Put 'em on wax.
Homie, I get on that wax and I ain't coming back. Wax, wax, put 'em on wax. Wasted like a white boy, you know I got the best grass. Chilling with my snow bunny, kick back, blowing hash. 2 or 3 hits put you on your ass. We look like I got a diaper rash. Loud pack in a plastic bag, smoke out in the gas mask. Hippie bitch made up, apple bomb, good weed, alcohol. We party like we college kids, got more money than a Powerball.
Alright, if anybody understands how to get accurate categories on Kick using OBS through Restream, I know it's very specific, but yes, those 3 things. Streaming on Kick using OBS through Restream to be able to get accurate stream title description and categorizing before you hit start stream, please let me know. That's the next thing to figure out. I don't get it. Maybe that's me being like old man, but am I that old? Wax. Wax. Back. Back. Wax. Wax. Put 'em on wax. Wax. On wax. Alright, bet. Go ahead and call this one done. I got one more set. Alright. That's done. I don't need that. Back to teamwork projects. Smash. I shine. I shall just be web assets now. What's your phone? Smash, smash. I shine. Alright, so moving the logo out of the lockup. Put it on top, expand the bar. Alright, cool. I can do that. No. 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 I'm in the mix. Huncho Farm. ACC Foundation. Corporate Council Classic. Deliverables. Working files. And this is Heathen Assets. Okay, so we need to package this. Yeah. Alright, let's make sure everything's embedded first. Yep. Embedded. 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 Back. Alright, so why I'm packaging this stuff is, okay, so first, you hit save on a file, right, when you're working in InDesign. That saves it to your computer. You can save it to Dropbox, which then makes it like available on the internet, but everything that's included inside of the file, any images that you use, any fonts that you use, any of that stuff is not actually connected to that InDesign file. So if somebody was to just download said InDesign, like say you're working with a client has access to your Dropbox folder. You download that folder and you open the file on your laptop, whatever city away, there's a lot that's included in that file that's not going to show up on their computer because it's connected to a specific location on your computer, right? So what packaging does is packaging grabs everything that may be related to your file and puts it all in one folder. And then you take that folder and you can put that in your Dropbox. And that's going to collect. Like when they hit that, everything that they need should be included in that one folder. Now, why you embed images and like, I got PNGs here, I got an Illustrator file, some other things that are included in these like different artworks. If you embed it, then it takes that image information and saves it inside of the file, as opposed to needing to reference something somewhere else, right? So when you package without embedding, it's going to make a folder in your package that's called links, right? And it'll have your extra photos or whatever that's included, that's saved in there. But for streamlining and not having to reconnect things and add things and all that other stuff, that's why you embed your images. It just streamlines everything so that there's less opportunities for something to fuck up. Yeah, so, and then I'm using a font that they requested me to use, so I already had the font. I didn't need to like make sure that that was included too, but packaging will do that. It'll include that font in another side file, like a sidecar file, and then they just download one folder and they have access to everything that they're going to need. Alright, so let me go ahead and package this here. So you see, it's a folder, not a file. Package. Done. It's gonna warn you about including fonts that may have needed to be paid for, or if you're using fonts that are like included in your Adobe subscription, it's telling you whether it will or won't allow those things. So that's also something to just keep in mind when you're making your files when you're starting shit. Alright, so files saved. Now we're gonna pop out a quick actual PNG that's usable for them. We're gonna replace what's in there already. We gonna shoot with 100 drums. On land, bitch. Trying to test me. I put the AK with chest beat. Don't fight with niggas. Don't test me. Double cup full, I be sipping up. Better hit you up. You niggas in jail. Stay full of drugs. Feelings, man. All the niggas in there still the man. Just a fan. Wasn't in the plans, and we all about them Benjamins. Oh, you understand? I'm the realest man, and they fearless man. All of this, and I'm still the man. When I was just a fan, wasn't in the plan, and we all about them Benjamins. You understand? Realest man. I'm the realest man. Alright, so instead of this being a usual or how I intended work with me situation, I'm gonna call an audible here and I'm gonna kind of talk you through a little bit about what I'm doing. It's fine. So I use project management software instead of people sending text messages or shooting emails over or whatever the case is to like keep the communication all tied up in one spot. And I use teamwork projects. If you go to teamwork.com and you can start a free trial. Your free trial is going to allow you to make, I want to say maybe like 3 projects that you can work on all at the same time. And you will be the only person that can like create the projects, but you can have unlimited contributors to that project, right? So if you're freelancing and you're working with clients and there's 2 people that work for this company that you're doing this project with, right? You can stay free, work on your one project, and add those 2 people's email addresses as contributors to that project, and it won't count against your what they call seats. Seats are like active users, right? So when it comes to being able to create a task, matter of fact, I'm talking you through this stuff. Let me just kind of show you what this looks like. Give me a second here. We're gonna add a screen capture. It's going to be teamwork. Ugh, I hate how this works, bro. Sorry about that. Application capture. Teamwork desktop. Make sure it's on the right display. Bomb. Don't need the cursor. Alright, cool. And then we're gonna drop that under all of that. Boom. Alright, so then Let's go ahead and lock where everything else is up here. And y'all, I'm just learning how to stream right now. I ain't got it figured out yet. Don't judge me. I'm trying. Be patient with me, please. Also, setting all of this stuff up for the first time too. Understanding what it is that I kind of need to add to this thing. If you got any suggestions, go ahead, drop it in the chat. I'm not gonna see it while I'm recording because I'm not looking at this chat. But eventually I will. Good Lord. Alright, boom. Aren't you, Alright, cool. There we go. I was like, yo, why is this joint not working on this map? There we go. Now we in business. Alright, cool. So, this is Teamwork Project. Like I said, it's project management software. There are others that exist out there called different things. I think some of the more popular ones that you'll see, Asana is used commonly, and it's pretty cool too. Um, but costs, and I do believe it's more expensive than Teamwork, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and like I said, there's a few. If you just search project management software, Google it, then you'll find your own results. So previously, when I was art directing for a company, as a like salaried employee or whatever, part of my job was to vet, go through, introduce, and onboard employees onto project management software because everything had been done hard copies before then, dealing with like having meetings and paperwork, and we had like a release board in the office where people would come in and check the board and have to sign off things on the board and all that other stuff. And it was just like there was a lot happening. We were opening a second location, people working remote. It was not a thing, right? So trying to go through the process of like figuring all of this stuff out, testing it, seeing how it worked for my specific department in the marketing department, and how that could like extrapolate to production and other areas of the company, was just like a lot. So I'm not gonna say that I'm the most well versed in project management software, but I have tried like 5 of them. And for me personally, for what it was that I was trying to do with my company at that point, and using it now, and for somebody that's like trying to like test stuff out and not spend money yet, I feel like Teamwork is probably like the best option for you. I can do a whole like explaining project management software thing, but I'm not gonna do it on the stream. But main thing is this allows me and people that are involved in a specific project. Let's go. Right now, it's just a couple of them. me and other people that are involved in a specific project to own tasks. I can give them ownership over a task, and we can communicate on a specific task, upload files, chat on it, give feedback, all the other things, all in one spot, right? And then I'm not trying to reference that text message that you sent me at whatever random time, whatever random day. And I'm like, well, what did they say about that thing? What did they say that they wanted to see about that? And I can just like reference it right there. Or just open the task up and scroll down and be like, oh, okay. Well, they said they wanted me to move this here or change this color, or here's the hex code for that thing that I was trying to flip, or whatever the case is, right? And then they can see that I wrote that. So if I'm not accurate in what it was that we were talking about on the call that we're on, they can say, "Ah, no, that's not accurate. The hex code is actually XYZ." Right? So it just makes things cleaner and easier to recall, manage, all that other good stuff. So all of that being said, please, if you are freelancing or you're an employee and you can make a suggestion for something that you would like to see, please, 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 1,000 times, please add project management software specifically to you guys' workflows. Is going to save you time, headaches, mistakes, all of the things. Right? So I am referencing Teamwork for specific feedback on this round of deliverables that I sent off. We met about it. They were happy with the things. There was just a couple of tweaks that needed to happen for the specific formats of things that they were trying to do. Legibility of specific pieces at different sizes and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do a little tweaking. Other things I'm already done with. But yeah, let me go ahead and let me get back to work on this thing. Right. They need me to expand the bar.
$250,000 on her head, $250,000 on her head. She mopped me down the bed, so I can't feel my legs. Swear I done sniped off your hoe for a crumb of bread. Hoe got rats going out the roof, they busting through the ceiling. My new bitch, she the truth, showed me a couple million. I'm spinning, have a cup, I'm leaning. Yes, I'm spinning, have a cup, I'm leaning. Need you to lean in.
Alright.
She wanna come this way.
We want to expand the bar across the top, add corporate color classic, and the date. Alright, so we're gonna take that.
I guess I'm too demanding. I guess I'll keep my candy.
Free transform tool.
I guess I'll keep my candy. I guess I'm too demanding. She wanna ride my wave. She wanna ride my chain. Heat it up, microwave. Come on, share my plate.
Alright, yeah.
She wanna ride my chain. Heat it up, microwave. Come on, share my plate. I feel the stuff.
frame. Whoa, Kenny.
Oh, get it. Hey,
Please don't worry, let me
hey,
run up in. I need an XP. No Scantron, no test me. Self defense, no wrestling. Yeah. I make rolling disappear. Back up, camera, see me in the rear. Back up, everything black on. Say that pick it that so. You get tactical. Child star. For forever. If we don't look now. Getting nervous. Hurt me. And almost blew it. Raskin. So the man. Dancing. White girl. Like me, yeah. Like me, yeah. Oh. Oh. You. But me. 3-7's lucky. Everything. I'm a chain. Too high. Got by. Fly. Yeah. Yeah. Like a chandelier. Disappear. When the sergeant, I need an SP. No Scantron, don't test me. Self defense, no wrestling. I make money disappear. So that's a bad idea for them. That does not fit in that space. And even if I scale this up, please be to fake me. If I was you, I would hate me. Ooh. So please use the free transform tool instead of using scales or trying to use either of these pointers. The direct selection tool is cool for like trying to edit specific points, but trying to like resize stuff and make selections, it always like picks the wrong layer of shit, if that makes sense. And then if you're trying to scale images, you're either going to scale the frame that the image is put in, or you're going to scale the image that you put in the frame. If you're trying to just take a picture that you have up here and make it bigger without having to like refit things and all the other stuff, just use a free transform tool, bro. Save your life. And then the other thing for that is hold down shift when you use the free transform tool, and it will keep the proportions of whatever it is that you're trying to resize intact. If you didn't, see how it's like trying to like smush and smash. That's not it. Hold down shift when you rescale and it'll be fine. But yeah, like I said, so even if you rescale this and make it larger and fit in the same space, you see how it just feels like off? You've got everything that's contained in these nice, tight, tidy spaces, and then you got this logo that's like hanging over the edge and resized, and it don't fit, bro. So we're not gonna use that. we are going to relayer this thing. It's the same font that the other one was in already, so put it in the right spot. Make the proper space for it. We don't need that. We want to change justification to left justification. And I gotta figure this mic situation out too. It's definitely in the way. Alright, got that. Then we're gonna go back to Illustrator and grab the word classic. Wake up and repeat. Chill out. 3D. I better. Big. Nah, for real. Man. Again, retransform tool. So we want to maintain the branding that we've created for this event, but take up the right amount of space. So now we have the callback because of the type that we chose. Still works. Yeah. Yeah, that works. All right, cool. So, moving on, back in teamwork. They wanted to see a replacement of Alright, they want a replacement of this logo. New toy. Like True Boy. Too tight. Like True Boy. Do what I do, boy. Hit boy. Hit pass right hit boy. Type of hits, boy. She could get lit and lit, boy. Boy. Like rich boy, yes, miss boy. Add up on the blog, that was 10 years ago. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Alright, the colors are there. Why is another thing of ours? That's the problem. Gradient does not exist. Alumni. For one eye. More often than enough. More often than us. Or more often than Puff. Al Roker. You know. Bricklayers and ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know. Alright, so we want to make sure that this exists over here.
If you know about the carport, them trap doors supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know. You ever been hit with the water weight, then had to wait? Do you walk away? If you know, you
Streaming
know.
and using this joint is not that easy.
And you and your team are the motorcade. If you
But
know,
that's
you
fine.
know. Been granting wishes like a genie to bad hoes and
Two-piece bikinis.
I've been hiding where you can see me. The skybox is right
Next to Riri's.
Solely responsible for showing rappers how to stand on the front lines when trappers started throwing bands. Where were you when Big Meats brought the tigers in? Cause I was busy earning stripes like a tiger skin. Bricklayers and ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know.
Alright, bet. Okay, cool.
We got the tennis balls for the wrong sport.
You know.
If you know about the carport, them trap doors supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know.
Come on now.
That's the reason we ball for.
Cool.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. What is the problem here? There we go. Colors. Drop the gradient. There we go. It's a real long way to go do the same thing, right? But it is what it is. Alright. Old as fuck. Fucking with the man. I ain't fucking with the Zans. One-on-ones. Team. Somebody should have told you. I Mr. Owed you. It turned into a cold do, but if you want that top spot, yeah. One-on-ones, 32, Larry Hills. I dropped out of high school. I moved out my mom's too. One-on-ones, 32, Larry Hills. I dropped out of high school. I moved out my mama's too. Juice. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, the juice. That's the fool. Bluetooth. Look at my Mewtwo. Great Griff. Great Kid. I am not the one to play. I'm a Rari in the bank. I am everything you ain't. Like the mailman. I am just switching my quota. Get just a little bit larger. There we go. I moved out my mama's too. One-on-ones, 32, Larry Hills. I dropped out of high school. I moved out my mama's too. Nigga, I ain't changed. I just went and got some change. I just went and got some change. I said I ain't changed. I just went and got some change. I just went and got some change. So I mix up. So I pick up. I pull up. Me on my line, so I pick up. All these different colors in my cup. Gas in my blunt. I pick up. The lipstick. Work a wrist. Like new gymnastics. Plastic. Get my ass in. Right wrist and them diamond dancing. Chevrolet. Nasty. Hot. ENT trapping when we rapping. So I pick up. So I mix up. Skirt, skirt. I pull up. So I mix up. All these different colors in my cup. I pick up. Hey. Get it. What is going on here? On the stoop. See what I was talking about with the whole direct selection tool thing? It selected the image inside of the frame when I tried to align center, but it did not move the frame itself. So, my mistake. It's just like little shit, especially if like you're usually working in another software and you gotta like create something in a specific way for a client because that's the way that they need it. Like you gotta get comfortable sometimes, and sometimes you just be making mistakes, bro. Um, so obviously I understand how to use InDesign. I'm using InDesign right now, right? I know the basics. Um, I know a little more than the basics when it comes to some of this stuff. And when you're talking about Illustrator, InDesign, Photoshop, like all of those programs have a learning curve, but they all have the same tools that work mostly in the same ways. There's just like little differences. The thing that will catch you up is trying to go from one program to another program to use different tools, right? So if you're used to making art in Photoshop, like you're a speed painter, right? Like you know how to digitally paint and you can cut out images and all the other good stuff. Cool, good skill set. Try to take that skill set and reproduce what you did from Photoshop in Illustrator. It's a different thing. There's some things that you aren't going to be able to reproduce in Illustrator using the same tools, doing things the same way, right? Um, so some things are better to do in one program over another, and it's up to you to investigate to figure out which program is best for the thing that you're trying to do. So InDesign is a layout program. InDesign is made for people that lay out magazines or newspapers or white papers or like those types of things, right? Like the goal is to take this out of here and turn it into a print product usually. Um, Not everybody uses it that way, but I feel like that's kind of what it's for. Um, so right now, I'm making ads and other like content that's going to be used both for like websites and their like ad space and that stuff and emails and all the other good stuff. Um, and it can be used for that. Obviously, I'm doing it now, but I feel like this would be easier done as an export in Illustrator because of the trying to preserve like the vector layout of some of the things. But either way, you can do the same thing. Stepped on. Okay, so we did that. Go back to teamwork. We're going crazy. Did that. Crazy, go crazy, go crazy, go ape shit. Okay. And then this, the longer one.
In the club and I dab it out. Then I came in the lobby and I ran around. You start hit me, but they fanning out. I just live life on, plan it out. Young motherfuckers got banana rounds.
Hammer time.
Hey, motherfuckers need a free beat. With my curly hair, bitch in the TP. Said fuck school, got my GED. Cause ain't nothing the motherfucker teach me.
Okay, so the wide one is a responsive image, and we need to add to the left of the image. A block and logo to the left center. This one, we added the logo to the top, so that happened. And then we need to copy this here. Yeah, bitch, yeah.
Yeah, bitch, yeah. Oh, you from the six, yeah. Oh, you from the bricks, yeah. Oh, you spend a band on some pants and some kicks, yeah. Ice my wrist, yeah. I got a bitch, yeah. And my bitch got a bitch, yeah. Human made pants and some bands when I sit, yeah. Call the ambulance in advance, cause they sick, yeah. Call the fireman if you can, cause it's lit, yeah. I might catch a tan out in France with your chick, yeah. Number 9 my fit, yeah. This shit from 06, yeah. I wanna shake hands, but this beat cannot be fixed, yeah. Glocky with the switch, yeah. Blocky on me dick, yeah.
Okay, so that's what they want. They want this one. I say bitch, yeah. I say bitch, yeah. Very bitch, yeah. Alright. I'm telling you, my tunes is over already. Oh, let's fix that. I guess so. Alright, what we listening to next? It's Black History Month. A little side high. cheddar. Forever. Together.
If we have to go to heaven tonight, we'll have a VIP pass. And they'll be standing outside the gates forever. If you get a Benz, then it come with the leather. One day I'ma rain cause I'm under the weather. Get under umbrellas. Cause when them choppers get the bus, it sound like you're standing under the pillars. Bomb in the bellas. Guess we ain't as dumb as they tell us. I'm a king like the son of Corettas. But y'all don't hear me like a gun in the desert. I do this for the niggas in the slums and the ghettos who never went to prom cause our mom wouldn't let us. I kicked at the house so young, I was reckless trying to run with the fellas. Hands shaking like a pom-pom the first time I pom-pom with the Beretta. Psalm verse 7. God put gladness in my heart, not malice in my heart, but John making fun for the reverend. So when I was 1, I knew I was the one. I'm 11. Boy, I've been this shit for like
forever, forever.
Yesterday I ran into a hater and asked him how long he gon' hate, and the
Nigga told me.
So I'ma keep counting this paper. My partner came home last week, seemed like he
been locked up forever, forever.
Girl, I hope that pussy get wet when you sleep. I'm keep sweating
In the sheets, I'ma make it last. I'ma make it last. Forever and ever, make it last forever.
Sometimes I sit back and think back. Young niggas sitting on the green box. Seen cops, we would run from the scene by. 20 minutes later, we was at the green spot. It was sort of like Jack in the Beanstalk. Met an old man with a clean watch. He fronted me a whole pound of meat, cause my partner had the cream rocks and he had the lean lock. Green Glock like the ones the Marines got. And the Bible better known as a slingshot. My sister asked me, why you always rap about your gun? Do you know how many niggas
Got the slingshot.
Yeah, I know it kinda give you something to think about. That's why I smoke till I get the pink eye.
Self-esteem high.
I remember back in the day, I used to think I had a mean pops. He said you can have anything you dream about. I want the house with the mezzanine top, selling what the beans buy, fuck selling bean pie. Trying to set them green guys talking y'all mean time. Now I'm sitting green dot. You know you the man when they bring SWAT. What's good at being rich when your team not? I know some real street niggas who don't think stop. So talking shit to get you seen by. Swing by your house with the things out. Treat you like you having a divorce with your wife. You gon' take everything but the kitchen sink out,
nigga.
While I'm somewhere eating at a wing stop. With a bad bitch, you got some mean top. 50 round drum when the ring out, you gon' think it lasted. Yesterday I ran into a hater and asked him how long he gon' hate, and the nigga told me
forever, forever, forever.
So I'ma keep counting this paper. My partner came home last week, seemed like he
been locked up.
Girl, I hope that pussy get wet when you sleep.
Keep sweat in the sheets, I'ma make it last. I'ma make it last. Forever, forever. Alright. We need to center this because if it's responsive, that means they're going to anchor that responsiveness from the center of the image. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
We got London on the track.
Drop top. Wow. Hey, young Metro, don't trust me.
Oh, shoot. Cartier friends call me for a both eyes closed.
A lot of people still got a lot of shit to say
About the drill and the pics I post. Beautiful day outside today. Car I'ma drive today. 200 grand, I'ma count it off. All hundreds of both eyes closed. See ya. Idea. don't drive no Kia.
If it ain't 10 mil, I can't sign
No deal.
I'm all about a check, fresh, nice, let's do it. Then I spy a bitch that wanna straight get
To it.
Trap tutorial, wind down
Mario.
From the bando to the
Waldorf Astoria.
You don't like to see niggas shine, then
Well,
go
go your
shine.
ass
On
then.
a private island, vibe in the violence. Autobiography, Gucci Man the author. And I'm the trap sponsor, Gucci Man's the father. A 8-figure nigga just walked in the walls. If you ain't getting money, then move out of Georgia. 100 takes and go check my discography. The freshest nigga living, go check your photography. Yeah, friends call me for
I could do something with both eyes closed.
A lot of people still got a lot of shit to say
About
the clothes
in the Pixar post.
But it's a
Beautiful day outside today. What car I'ma drive today? 200 grand, I'ma count it by hand, all 100. Just with both eyes closed. With both eyes closed. With the two-tone mink. With the two-tone mink. Full of the trio, Empires. That I know. Got the yay on the. Got 4 eyes. With both eyes closed.
A lot of people still got a lot of
Shit to say about the in the Pixar post.
But it's a
Beautiful day outside today. I'ma drive today. 200 grand. 100 just with both eyes closed. A boast. West Coast.
Some pretty girls around me everywhere that I go. We made it out the streets, pop a bottle, let's make a toast. I run circles, run square niggas with a blindfold. She said, let's make love, want me to fuck with my eyes closed. But little mama so fine when she took her clothes off, I went straight in it.
Both eyes closed.
Crazy, bro. Wait a minute, I'm fresh as fuck. Let me strike a pose. Hands down, iced up, white and rose gold. She walking around my penthouse in my Versace robe. Since a juvenile, I stuck to the G code. Serving out the kitchen, but I never touched the stove.
Alright, time for another. Question is, what do I want?
But it's a beautiful day outside today. Don't know what car I'ma drive today. Just brought me 200 grand and I'ma count it by hand.
I'm gonna just with both eyes closed. Alright. Well, I gotta start making more playlists for y'all.
Yeah, girl, you looking at an East Atlanta nigga with some decent manners, but in the sheets, I'm a beast to handle. I'm talking sex in the.
Alright, I'll be right back. I rinse my glass out.
Tight to
Computer make the back cave floor green. Alright.
They say if you watch CNN or Sports Center while you're having sex, you're more likely to put a boy in her. Who would you rather fuck than the future Grammy Award winner? Spend your Christmas on the island, you gon' have a short winter. But all you watch is VH1 and BET. Fuck a reality show, it's already hard enough being me. But in the BD, you the bomb, baby, TNT. Brain was so good, she helped the nigga get a GED. Khadijah, I know you're tired of living single. Fuck with me, baby, I put a ring on every finger. In relationships, I seen it all, I feel like Jerry Springer. Feel like Steve Harvey the first time he met Regina. So, let's make our Saturday night live. Everybody hates Chris, so we order white wine. Then we all yell cheers. After that, get the coat, so we can go somewhere remote. Different strokes for different folks. We having sex with the TV on. Like the Jeffersons, baby, we moving up.
We got this little cottage. Respect. Alright. What we doing here? Alright, time to cook up.
I don't know why. Ugly ass. Side high. I thought this was love at first sight, even though we
Alright.
fucked on the first night. But I was so naive, so I thought I'd write you this song before
Next
I leave.
up.
You was young and I thought that I could change you. I ain't from New England, but I thought that I could maim you. I'm thankful that we broke up. If it was painful.
Alright, so we drank our first Heavy Weaponry IPA from Little Cottage in technically Avondale Estates, but basically Decatur, Georgia. Solid. And we gonna crack open our last one for the night. Again, doing this whole work with me thing is literally just an opportunity for me to get some work done and make some content out of it too, without having to do this whole overthought, overproduced, whatever. Yeah, so I be working in different programs. Tonight I'm in InDesign because that's what the project I'm trying to tie up is in now. But I'm a designer by trade. So I spend most of my time in Illustrator. I don't know if you can see through the cam. Yeah, no, maybe not so much. But in the cam, this whole situation over here. Drawing tablet with a stylus that I work a lot in. And I'm not trying to act as if like I'm some super expert or anything. I just want to create some background time, background space for y'all guys if y'all are interested in working at the same time. We just, chill, kick it, listen to some tunes, drink a little bit, talk some shit. And eventually, like I said, I'll have other folks hop up here and we'll all work together. But for now, let me go ahead and lock up this technically first stream. Finish this project so I can get into bed. It's like 2 a.m. We are currently drinking Pecking Order Porter from. This is from my homie Odell, Brew Bros HTX on Instagram. Check him out. He sent me, but we traded boxes. I sent him a bunch of shit from here in Atlanta. He sent me some shit from back in Houston. This is brewed and canned by Batch Craft Beer and Kolaches in Austin. And Pecking Order Porter. So I've never had anything from them to my knowledge, so this should be interesting. This has got good taste when it comes to this type of shit. But I'm gonna pour up. And specifics: English porter with Greater Goods coffee and Ceylon cinnamon, and collaborations with Smittox. Smittox is a smaller brewery, black owned, in Texas too. So I'm excited for this, man. Good look, Odell. I appreciate you, bro. Solid. I see no ABV on this joint though. I would imagine it's not too crazy though for it to be a porter. That coffee good though. Yeah, so it's like super coffee forward. I get a little bit of cinnamon, but nothing too crazy. Definitely like coffee and roast and shit on the nose. That's a good way to close off the night. I ain't gonna fuck shit up and get super drunk, doing no barrel age, nothing. But yeah, we cooking. Let's go ahead and get back into business. And again, 1,000 times yes, I will be setting up the stream deck so I can make this stream work a little smoother and get some of this extra shit out the way. But thank you for bearing with me. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Y'all let me know what y'all working on. Like I said, I'm not looking at the chat right now, but I'll check it out after the stream. Y'all got any suggestions of shit that I can do to make this like better, more enjoyable, more fun kind of situation for being in the background and not being like the thing that I'm focusing on? Oh, okay. All right, solid. Got a little mini pairing popping off real quick. Some chili roasted pistachios. I don't know why this works so well, but it really works. Well, I take that back. I do know why it works well. Roast goes well with nuts, pause. And then the chili part kind of gives it like this whole like Mexican hot chocolate, like abuelita type shit that I like a lot. So yeah, that might be some shit, bro. All right, bet. All right. Back to teamwork. Responsive. Got the date. The logo out. Responsive image. they want this centered, so we gotta find the center line. Oh, is that too far down? Alright. Easiest way to deal with legibility is always a rule of thumb for me. If I've got text on something that has any type of like variation in tones, light, dark, whatever mix, to make something legible on it, you pick the color that is furthest away from whatever the color is of the type that you're installing and is close enough to like being the majority of what's happening in the background. So we want to go with this darker background color. Put a stroke on it. No, this is crazy with this direct selection shit. It's probably because I've been drinking. It's gotta be because I'm drinking. Because what the fuck? Y'all killing me with this shit. There we go. Again, direct selection tool be on some bullshit because it's going to select bounding boxes and individual pixels and all this other shit, bro. Like, I'm just trying to put a stroke around the text, and it was creating a stroke on the the bounding box of the text, not the individual text itself. It's fine. I ain't tripping. Alright, so now we have stroke on the text. Thank God. We're gonna bump that up. Nothing too crazy, but just enough to pull. Right, so let me zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about here. All right. So without this stroke, I'll show you exactly what I just did. So I just put 3 pixel or 3-point stroke on this. If I turn it off, you see what we got going on here. Alright, so now see how you got like I got this outline on the skyline, the skyline in the background or whatever, right? To make sure that it stands out because it's on a very similar color gradient for the back of this text block over here. Now, legibility wise, it's hard to read that. Alright, so if we zoom out and the size that it's going to actually be, it just makes that hard to see. So if you jump in, like I said, it's just a rule of thumb for me, and it's not just text. It could be logos, it could be illustrations, it could be whatever else. If I'm putting something on something that has those variations in tone, you gotta clean that up, man. And it doesn't make anything like wrong or broken or anything like that. It's just something that helps, right? So now that I've even that up. Now I can easily read that October 5th that's down there, right? And it hasn't broken the design. It hasn't changed anything about the design. It's just that one specific area I can now read this better. And if I wanted to make this, it's not even necessarily making it better, but another option would be to use a color that's closer to the background and not so much this piece that's on top to like make the ER5 a little bit like less stand outish, but I'm not concerned about that. I'm more worried about it being legible and fitting in with the skyline that it's sitting on, so that it all kind of feels like one cohesive piece. Um, so it does feel a little bit out of balance overall when you look at the overall design for this piece, but it's going on a website that is responsive. So the top of the image, the bottom of the image, and the right side of the image are all the pieces that change as the website gets scaled up on different monitors and down to like mobile size, right? Like there's a difference in iPad size and iPhone size, and the orientation changes, right? So with all of that in mind, you lay out for the base of the design, right? This is for meant to be consumed on a desktop. Now, getting away from that, when you go to the opposite extreme, what is this going to look like on a mobile device if it's anchored on the left and it's anchored in the center? The most important part of this part of the design is the logo and the date, right? So ensuring that that shows up no matter what format this is in is the top priority, and everything else is just like icing on the cake. So yes, it looks a little like off kilter because you got the skyline down here and it's kind of empty up top, but when it gets uploaded onto the website, it'll be fine. And you can't like have multiple designs for the same thing. It just doesn't work that way. So sometimes you deal with some fuck shit. Alright, and it is what it is. So finish that. We're checking that off. Going back in teamwork one more time to make sure I made all of the adjustments they was asking about. Email sponsor footers, those got changed already. The website email headers, I do believe those got edited already too.
People are funny. They know Kanye is great too.
Yes.
That's some stuff they hate to believe it, but they can't help it. They know he's great. Right. Why would listen? Shit Kanye say is basically affirmations what people say for success.
Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for something.
That's what motherfuckers do, but he sounds the same, and that sounds of a leader. No doubt he got some mental fucking issues. Leaders do.
Yeah.
Delusional issues. I'm a god.
Give Mike Tyson his flowers, bro.
Hey, yo, is that Mexican OT? Hey, where he is? Where he is? Point him out. Point him out. Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, take him to the south. Hey, where he is?
Where he is?
Point him out.
Point him out.
Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, show him what the fuck we talking about. I'm striking men like striking lightning. You see what happened in my last fight frame when I hyped in. Better tighten up, we tighten.
Alright, what we got going? We want deliverables. First round deliverables. Cancel this acrobat shit. Oh, somewhere. There we go. and then output files. We want to check and make sure all of those edits were completed and comps. Nah, those comps got to be changed. Alright, so I got one more thing I got to do. It's them comps. Alright, these were done correctly. We're going to save this. And we're going to go ahead and push these out. Export images.
Hey, where he is? Point him out. Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, take him to the south. Hey, where he is? Point him out.
I find it funny that that Mexican OT has a song with the baby. Only because when I first heard that Mexican OT song, I immediately said, this dude is replacing the baby in like the music sphere. And I guess it makes sense that they're like sharing an audience at this point for that song, but they're the same artist, bro. It's just, again, it's just my opinion. Stick carry my K, little pocket cocaine, riding in the tank. Dirty baby with a dirty K, slide out in your block, light it up with flames. Like a lumberjack, sounding like it's bubble wrap. You bet it's bubble bath. A whole lot of that. We gotta, again, every single time, make sure that you embed your images, bro. Every time. Don't fuck it up. Waving goodbye. Pecan pie. We gon' die. Be on time. And it's absolutely pecan pie, but I'm not gonna judge. What y'all say? Pecan, pecan, pecan. Well, when I first moved to Houston from Virginia, this shit was like the funniest shit ever, right? Like, because Texans think Virginians have an accent, and obviously Virginians think Texans have an accent. Both are accurate, but I guess me, having like grown up in Virginia, I never heard my accent and thought it was an accent until I was around people that weren't from, I guess, like the East Coast. Cause so I lived in Atlanta before I like moved here again, like permanently. I lived in Atlanta for a few years, right? And there was never any like conversation around my accent. There was never really any conversation around their accent either. I had friends like in North Carolina, like, and then like dealing with the whole college thing, like kind of DC, because DC isn't Virginia, and even like the DMV and like where I'm from, Virginia, are two different things. So, like, I'm from the southern coast part of Virginia, so like Norfolk, Hampton, Virginia Beach, all that stuff, right? Culture there and culture in Northern Virginia is two completely different things. Like, people from Northern Virginia act and operate more like people from DC and Maryland, which is where you get the whole DMV thing from. But people that don't know that typically like lump all of Virginia in together when it's like drastically different. It's like super different. Well, all of that to say, like I said, like, it's just, the accent thing is funny to me. In Virginia, pecan, no questions. If you don't say it that way, you're gonna look that funny. In Texas, pecan, not pecan, pecan. It's like the fuck first, but then if you're gonna say pecan, why not say pecan? I just don't understand like the separation of those two very specific, distinct things. I don't know, whatever. But fuck it, right? Mm. Salutes Rush Easy. I did pull up the chat. Funny enough. Yeah, let me go ahead and tighten this shit up so I can get in the bed at a decent hour tonight, bro. But we definitely gonna hop on here a couple of times this week to do some fun shit. I'm gonna do like my design process next. We're just talking about like the branding side of things, like trying to take two random ideas and like make them a brand. How do you do that? How do you build that whole thing out? How do you go through the process? And then how do you execute that in Illustrator? So again, that's coming. Alright, so we got this shit done. So the last piece of this, we're gonna go ahead and package this. What's going on with this shit? That's with Alright, so just more background information because I don't know if y'all are familiar with like the differences in different tools and how they get used and shit, but I'm going to do these streams as if you have no idea what any of this shit is, right? So there's a difference in inserting an image and inserting an image into a frame. So a frame, which is this tool over here, rectangle frame tool, it's like a placeholder because again, InDesign is made as a layout software. So when you have this brown line around an image, that's the image that's inserted in the frame. So you can resize an image so that it fits inside of that frame. as opposed to resizing the whole thing. So right now you can see like the image is cut off. We want the full image to fit inside of here. Boom. Alright. See these two different lines, right? So my image is smaller than the frame that it's put into. It be that way sometimes. But if I was like trying to lay out a magazine or something like that tool is important because I know that I have like this amount of text, right? I've got this article that's got 500 words and I've filled out the 500 words on the page. Now I need to insert images at different places around that page. And I know that there's only a certain amount of space. Trying to do that in Photoshop, it's possible, absolutely, but trying to deal with that and like modify the text and like have it be kind of what's the word? Fluid. Having your text being fluid so that whatever changes you make, you can change without it affecting everything that you've put together is like, that's not a Photoshop thing. Photoshop, you're gonna make a frame for your text. You're gonna type in it, and if you change it and lines get added or deleted or whatever, it's gonna fuck it up. But in InDesign, you can, with a combination of a couple of other tools, like you can paste this full page of 3 columns of text on the page, and then drop images in and have the text go around those images and consider them in the space of the layout of the whole thing. So that's like the importance of InDesign. I know you're like, why the fuck do you use InDesign versus something else? So that's why. And then we're gonna make sure all of these are embedded. Alright. I don't think that shit really matters at all, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And then we need to drop the logo, the brand logo over here. So if you're dragging an image out of your library, your Adobe CC libraries, it automatically will put it in a frame for you, and the frame will be proportional. So kudos to them for that. Shit ain't gonna be laid out perfectly exactly like all the other ones because of size and legibility. So this is almost 2,000 pixels. It eating that is a little much. Let's tighten this up just a smidge. Okay. Pistachios, though. That's fire. I gotta text him about that shit. Smittox. Pecking Order Porter. Just get him a photo for this shit, so he knows this shit actually exists. I ain't bullshitting.
I can't get no rest. We in the house. I fall asleep with a tech. Stashing all the pills on my desk. Wearing every chain on my neck. We in the house. I can't get no rest. I ride around with a tech. Stashing all the pills on my desk. Wearing every chain on my neck. Whoa, hey, it's summertime, why they tryna throw shade? All these wins, I can never go stay. UFC, I'm tapping to my old ways. I'm adjusting shit like I'm on ways. Show you love, make sure it back ain't okay.
I got replaced.
Girl, that she go both ways. Off the rodeo,
Remember to the fine.
hopped in the Bronco, skirt off like
Okay.
Flew with that sound, nigga got that
Coldplay. I be
making meals, made it to a hobby. Don't bring that to the crib, keep that in the
Robbie.
never seen the city unless you lay that also loaded off the pill, so don't ever try.
Why is it important in that folder? That's wrong.
Fake niggas to get way back. James Harden with the range, on me nigga way back.
Yeah, that shit's weird. I ain't send nothing else in there. Alright, cool.
I can't get no rest. We in the house. I fall asleep with a tech. If I take a sip, take the rest. Wearing every chain on my neck.
We in the house.
I can't get no rest.
Whoa.
I ride around with a tech. Stashing all the pills in my desk. Wearing every chain on my neck.
We in the house. Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. I did it. Alright. Got them done. Now we're doing email headers. What file are those email headers in? Oh, and I gotta package this shit too. Alright. Look, boy. TV, look, boy. TV, look, boy. Look, boy. Should it be unlawful on a brothel?
But they'll be quick to turn that to a scandal. I'm down in the meadows, sliding down the waterfall creek to the ghetto. Need my Rio de Janeiro, and I'm swimming out that bitch like I felt with the medals. So visit me. I just built a castle deep in them trees. That's how I get them backwards free. This right here is some savagery. Bend it back from me. Way back from me.
Way back from me.
Way back from me.
So where is it gonna be? House ads, maybe? Yeah, I definitely been drinking because I'm trying to open the same fucking file up. So why is this not? Because you fucked up. That's why, Thomas. Yep, you fucked up. It should be 2019. Let's repackage this shit. So, note, don't stream working against the deadline. Cause you gonna fuck some shit up, bro. Always do some shit that you don't really care about how it turns out. Got it. Well played. Yo, congrats to Killer Mike on the Grammys. Fan for a long time. Respect is due. But to be fair, if young niggas don't know who Killer Mike is, that's fair, bro. Cause I think we got like this. It's not even recency bias, but we got this bias because like we know who it is, and somebody else should know who it is. Unless like they was fucking with niggas that was listening to like Outkast and Killer Mike and shit like back then, or they're like familiar with like Adult Swim and shit. Why would they have heard this music? Especially like outside of Atlanta. Casanat is like, all right, whatever. I mean, yes, like he lives in Atlanta, but he's not from Atlanta. So him being like plugged in into the city itself, I understand why he wouldn't be, right? He could be plugged in with niggas that's from the city, but like being plugged into the city itself is like a different thing. So again, like congrats to Killer Mike. Very well earned Grammys. I don't understand why niggas is so upset that Kosh and I didn't know who Killer Mike was. Get over it, bro. Or make that nigga familiar. Like, support Mike shit, share Mike shit. Just like any other artist that you would be fans of. I am currently looking for my last file for the night. And because I am working off the files that were provided to me, and I'm not renaming those files, I'm trying to like wrap my head around the naming convention. I know it makes sense to them, which is why I'm not touching shit. I'm just like replacing art, but I don't know where this shit would be, bro. I know it's the 2024 thing because I did it already. And it can't be a file that has 19 at the end of it because that means I did it already. You already know though. You already know though. I'm gonna look and find this so I can make this shit make sense for me first. Okay, so it's not email for this. Comps. That's what it is. I said that it was comps. Well, I couldn't find that shit. Streets on fire. Where my comps at? Boom. Outlaw. Outball. Oh, I just didn't export it. It is saved. Alright, cool. It makes it even easier. And replace those files. That was the problem. Alright, cool. Apply to all. Yes. I do believe that wraps this shit up, bro. Did that. Did that. Did those. Yeah. King by the front door. By the front door. Fucking up. Fur coats. To even up. Fire and design. I'm higher than my prior. That require might require a Malaya. As a rider. Spinning rider. Alright, cool. Is a gas and a lighter. We have one hell of a time. You need to know that I'm a rider. We're gonna make sure that this is packaged. We have one hell of a time. In the violet. Yellow tip. Left your chest exports. Replace this package. Replace. Choose another name. I'll just deal with that later. Alright, let me check this folder. We got our output folders, web assets, email footers, CVent assets, house ads. House ads was not exported. Okay. We need to do that. Alright. Done.
I got big rocks jumping at my brand new Patek watch. Ice, baby. I got a whole
Alright. I appreciate y'all spending this past couple hours with me. In the office, fucking around with these office hours and shit, bro. Close this shit up real quick. There we go. For whatever reason, man, for whatever reason, this shit won't, it's showing me it's offline, but I'm definitely still streaming. But it is what it is. Let me go ahead and wrap this shit up, bro. Good time. Again, a couple more times this week. Doing work with me is did InDesign tonight. I'm gonna assume my next office hours is gonna be Illustrator. Um, I may do some gaming this week too. Uh, I've been watching people stream Helldivers, and that shit is dope. Um, it makes me want to go ahead and cop, so I might do that this week too. But thanks for the time this week, y'all. Follow, sub, share my shit, come back, uh, and I'll see y'all soon, bro. Peace.
I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Hopefully these hoes will be all over me. Like Monique, I'm Professor Ogilvy. I'm so unique. I grow the weed, like the shit. Whole city like my shit, love my shit. Do it how I does it when I does the shit.